Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura Evans. If you're new here, I am going to be through hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2026. And yes, I said I am going to be through hiking because we are shifting the mindset around here. We are no longer attempting a through hike. We are going to be through hiking. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, is some books that have helped me to get in the mindset of a through hiker, to feel like I am a through hiker. So I wanted to share these with you because if you're going to be attempting in 2023 or another year, maybe this will help you shift your mindset from attempting to I am going to do it. So let's talk about them. So the first book that I feel like everyone talks about this book, is the Appalachian Trials by Zach Davis. I think this book is a really great depiction of things that you should do before trail to help you get in the right mindset for through hiking, things that are going to happen out on trail, gear, things like that. Like, it's really like a really good guide for beginners. And I think that someone who is new into it should definitely read it. I read it before my 2023 through hike, and I think it gave me a lot of great insight into what life on trail was going to be like. So I definitely recommend this one for sure. Again, Appalachian Trials by Zach Davis. Another very popular book that everyone seems to talk about, and actually talks about a lot on trail, is A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. So this book, oh my gosh, so many people talk about him on trail and how he is like a quitter and like all this stuff. And as someone who quit their first through hike attempt, I can really relate to his story. And so I think like reading this is a different mindset for me, I guess, than other people who read it and are like, oh, I'm a through hiker. It's just a little different for me. And there's also a movie that goes along with it. So if you're not a big reader, there's a movie version of it. It's hilarious. Definitely recommend it. But he does get a lot of like flack, and people talk bad upon Bill Bryson on the trail because he quit. But you know what? A section hiker is a section hiker. A day hiker is a day hiker. A through hiker is a through hiker. Everybody does their own thing, and not everybody needs to hike the entire trail. So that's my thoughts on that. Another great book that I read before my 2023 through hike attempt was Whistler's Walk. Now, if you look at the pages within this book, it is very much more like day-to-day diary style. And I kind of like that because it gives you more of a like insight into what his brain was thinking every single day when he was on trail. Now, as a female, I personally prefer to read female stories. This is a male story, but nonetheless, it was a really great read. So highly recommend this one as well if you were trying to see more day in and day out of what an actual through hike will look like versus like an overall picture. Of course, there is the Appalachian Trail AWOL guide. This is the 2023 version that I have. They have not come out with the 2026 version that I have seen yet, so I'm waiting for that one. One thing I will say about this, if you're not familiar, it gives you all of the like major mile points with all along the trail, and then randomly it'll have a page for, let me see if I can get to one. Randomly it'll give you a page for like a town, right? And it gives you shuttles, it gives you hostels that are in the area, stores, restaurants. This one is for hot springs, so there is like the Hot Springs Spa, Iron Horse Station, Laughing Heart Hostel, Spring Creek Tavern, like tons of different places. It also mentions the outfitters and shuttle drivers that are in the area. So really, these are great guides for when you're out hiking. I don't necessarily think it helps you like before trail, I guess. I mean, maybe if you want to like plan out your hike, which I don't necessarily like really recommend that, but we'll talk about that later because I kind of did. But what I'm gonna do is when the 2026 version comes out, I'm gonna get the PDF version because I'm not carrying this thing with me. I mean, like, this is extra weight and ounces make pounds, right, people? So I'm definitely going to carry the PDF version, which is weightless in my opinion, because it's just in your phone. Yes, it does cost extra battery that you have to use, but I think it's better because I didn't even bring this with me in 2023 because I didn't want to carry the extra weight. So at least I'll have an extra directional thing, extra information about each town versus just like far out. So, okay, so another book that I read recently is called How to Hike the Appalachian Trail by Chris Cage. It is a very great, very detailed guide about everything. Like, let me go to the table of contents just to read some of it for you guys. So like it starts off with like who he is, his favorite trails, or I'm sorry, his favorite tales from this trail, his experience. And then it goes into things you should be excited for, preparation, logistics, things that are gonna happen socially on the trail life, what it's gonna be like. And then he goes kind of into a state-by-state breakdown, like what to expect for each state, things that you should get for gear, clothing, food, nutrition, water, like literally goes through everything that you can think of. And then at the end, there's a really great glossary, I guess, like an AT dictionary is what he calls it. So if you are a newbie, I know I mentioned Appalachian Trials as well as is kind of similar, but this I feel like was more detailed for my brain. I personally feel like this one gave me more information than this one did. Maybe I should reread this one and like give it another shot and maybe I'll think the same thing about it. But this one I feel like really gave you a good insight into every single detail before trail. So if you're a newbie, I recommend this one for sure. How to Hike the Appalachian Trail by Chris Cage. Okay, I'm saving my favorite for last. So this is the second to last book. I'm currently reading Mud, Rocks, Blazes, Letting Go on the Appalachian Trail by Heather Anish Anderson. I have only read the prologue of this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna think upon it, so I'll let you guys know once I finish it. I just started it this morning, so I'll definitely let you guys know. But if anyone's read this, let me know your thoughts on it, or any of the other books as well. Definitely let me know your thoughts. So now to my favorite book that I've read. This is the final book I'm going to mention, but before I do that, I did want to ask you guys if you have any book recommendations, or if you yourself have a book that you want me to check out, like maybe you wrote it yourself, leave them in the comments down below, send me a link, whatever. Let me check them out because I got some time before trail, especially I have winter break, Thanksgiving break. I have all these breaks as a teacher that I can spend reading, so let me know. Okay. Now on to my favorite book. Dun, 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 dun. Hiking is the Easy Part by Julia Sheehan. This is a self-published book, I believe, and I love it. If you've been following along with my channel, then you know that I followed Julia on trail. She was one of the people that I watched when I first got into the world of the Appalachian Trail craziness that is through hiking. And I had watched another through hiker, and then she was the second person I ever watched, and I don't know, something about her videos just made me like happy and excited. I think it's probably the music she chose and like just the silliness in her videos. I really like them. And so when she came out with this book, I immediately ordered a copy. Like I got a signed copy and everything because I was like, I need to support this person who influenced so much of my hiking and influenced this crazy path that I'm on. And so it's called Hiking is the Easy Part, My Journey on the Appalachian Trail. So it's her entire story in more detail than her vlogs were. She does have like, I think like a 28-part series or something on YouTube. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it already. But this book, oh my gosh, it just gives you more details, and it just like made me like remember why I fell in love with the Appalachian Trail. And this book actually kind of made me decide, you know what, 2026 is the year. We're doing it. We're not waiting till 2027. We're making it happen this year. So we can thank her for me being around right now making these videos, because without this book, I would not have been re-inspired. So yay! Highly recommend it. Check it out. Definitely support Julia and all the other authors as well. But I really want to thank her because she has inspired my journey and re-inspired me to through hike. Okay, so that is all of the books that I have read so far for getting my mindset ready to hike the Appalachian Trail, through hike the Appalachian Trail, because we are doing it this year. We're not attempting, we're doing it. Let me know if you have any book recommendations yourself. If you've written a book, like I said, leave me the links down below in the comments. If you have any movies or shows or anything that I should watch, or any YouTubers that I should watch, definitely let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or read any of the books that I have read, definitely give this video a thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And if you are new here, definitely make sure you subscribe, because I'm putting out a new video every single Sunday leading up to trail. It has been a big undertaking this time around to get these videos ready, but I want to do it because it's really fun and exciting, and it gets me all in the mood to thru hike. So hope you guys have been enjoying them, and I will see you guys next week.